I ruined my friendship by saying, "You're welcome," after lending money. My friend Mike called me last Tuesday completely panicking. His car had broken down and he needed $800 for repairs by Friday or he'd lose his job. He works in sales and has to drive all over the city for client meetings. Mike's been my best friend since college and I knew he was good for it, so I didn't even hesitate. I told him I'd Venmo him the money right away. He was so relieved he almost started crying on the phone, saying I was saving his life and he'd pay me back as soon as possible. I sent the money immediately and didn't think much about it. Honestly, I make decent money at my tech job and $800 wasn't going to hurt me. Plus, Mike had helped me move apartments twice and always had my back when I needed something. About an hour later, I was getting in my car to grab lunch when my phone buzzed with a text from Mike. It was this really long message about how grateful he was and how he couldn't believe I dropped everything to help him. He said I was an amazing friend and he'd never forget this. I was already backing out of my parking spot and my phone suggested a quick reply, so I just tapped "You're welcome" without really thinking about it. Seemed like a normal response to me. When I got home that night, my wife Sarah asked how Mike was doing with his car situation. I told her I'd lent him the money and showed her our text conversation. She read through it and got this weird look on her face. "You just said you're welcome?" she asked. I told her, "Yeah, what else was I supposed to say?" She shook her head and said it came off really condescending, like I was some rich guy doing charity work for a poor person. I didn't understand what she meant at first, so she explained it to me. She said when someone thanks you for lending them money, saying "you're welcome" makes it sound like you think they should be grateful or that you did them some huge favor. She said I should have just sent a thumbs up or said something like "anytime" or "you do the same for me." The more I thought about it, the more I started to panic. What if Mike thought I was being a jerk? What if he felt embarrassed or like I was lording the money over him? I wanted to text him and explain, but Sarah said that would just make it worse and more awkward. For the next few days, I kept analyzing every interaction with Mike. He seemed normal when we texted about other stuff, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd messed up. I started overthinking everything, wondering if our friendship was different now. Then on Sunday, Mike showed up at my house with a 6-pack of my favorite beer and an envelope with cash. He handed me the money and said his car was fixed, and he got a big commission check that week. But then he said something that made my stomach drop. He goes, "Thanks again for the loan, Your Highness. I know how generous rich people can be to us peasants." He was smiling when he said it, but there was definitely some edge to his voice. I realized Sarah was right. My stupid "you're welcome" text had made him feel small and embarrassed about needing help. I immediately apologized and explained about the auto reply and how I didn't mean anything by it. Mike laughed and said he'd been giving me crap about it all week to his girlfriend, calling me Lord Moneybags, but he said he knew I didn't mean to be condescending. That's just how it came across over text. We're still friends, but now I'm way more careful about how I respond to serious messages. Sometimes the simplest replies are the worst ones.